Julie's antepartum depression had continued postpartum. She was thankful that her body had expelled the little monster from her womb. She had given birth the night before as a result of being raped. Being locked in complete darkness for the duration of her pregnancy had taken a toll on Julie's psyche. She had been contemplating suicide for several months while Leoma had held her hostage to force her to birth a child she didn't want. The suicidal feelings had been unwelcome and uncontrollable, but unavoidable. Lying alone in the darkness had given her the opportunity to stew in her despair. Julie peeked down into the living room from the top of the stairs. Leoma was holding the baby. They had called her Priscilla. And Fred was sitting beside her while Howard and Cecil stood looking down and smiling. They looked like a fancy family picture, Julie thought. Happiness was a facade. Julie regretted having Priscilla. But then she thought about Chuck and how happy she had been when he was born. Julie's regret about having Priscilla had everything to do with the child being the product of the rape. Howard and Cecil had not been ashamed of taking Julie against her will. Julie could see only one corner of Chuck's playpen. Chuck was the one child she truly loved. She knew that she wouldn't be welcome downstairs with the others, so she turned and retreated into the darkness of the bedroom. The cold loneliness of the darkness that had contributed to her depression and suicidal thoughts was her only friend in a household full of evil hypocrites. After Leoma had covered the bedroom window with aluminum foil, Julie could no longer tell whether the sun had risen or not. The next morning, Julie woke up, walked over to the bedroom door, and slowly inched it open. No one was in the dark hallway. She ran out of the bedroom, down the stairs, and out the front door to the darkness of pre-dawn outside. Her white nightgown glowed against the darkness. Her curly brown hair fell around her pale shoulders. Her blue eyes had black rings around them because she had spent the last 7.5 months locked in darkness, crying most every night. As she jogged toward the barn, her legs and arms goose-pimpled in the cold air. Her mental anguish. She had been contemplating for several months multiple ways in which to accomplish her suicide. And she had decided that she'd hang herself